Changing.
Welcome to Changes. This particular episode is something that you don't want to miss. So make sure you pick up a phone to call all your loved ones, your dear ones, to tune in right now. We are streaming on Facebook. Now, why do I say this? It's because we are talking about herbal medicine. There are so many myths about it, so many superstitions about it. But on this show, we'll get to understand more about herbal medicine today. And guess what? We're still in the month of Ghana month, the month of March, and we are celebrating our culture. So all you need to know about herbal medicine will be discussed right here on the show. My name is Roslyn Felly, and today we are bringing you great people who understand what herbal medicine really is, and they are Tony Asafweje. He's the head of plant development department at Mampong Ekuapem. Welcome, Tony.
Thank you.
How are you?
Doing very, 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 very fine.
It's good to have you here because it looks like you understand all the plants. And we have a lot of plants here gracing our set. I don't know the names, but we'll get to know the names and what they do to the human body. And also I have Dr. Mavis Boachi Yadom. Now, Dr. Mavis Boachi Yadom is the head of department at the Clinic Center of Plant Medicine Research at Mampong Ekuapem in the Eastern region. Welcome, Doc.
Thank you.
How are you too?
Doing good.
Okay, so we have a lot of plants. Now, first is everybody will be asking what plants are these, what plants are these, before we even talk about herbal medicine. So please, if you can help us through what type of plants that we have.
Okay. These are a few of our medicinal plants that we use at the Center for Plant Medicine Research. So this is called Hoslundia opposita.
Okay.
Yeah. It is a plant that you can actually, it's very known for typhoid fever. There are several uses, but this is what
we use for
we
typhoid.
use. Yes, typhoid.
All
the
right.
leaves.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
And it's called Hoslundia.
It's called Abrewa Anisio. That's
Okay.
the local, the tree name.
Okay.
Yeah, so plants have the scientific name or the botanical name. We have the local name, which can be in any dialect, tree, Asante, whatever, I mean, fancy and all. And then we have the common name, which is English.
Okay.
Yes, so what I mentioned is the scientific
name.
or the botanical name,
All right.
Hoslundia opposita, because the leaves are opposite to each other.
Okay. Oh, now we understand.
Yes, yeah.
And for the common name is what?
The common name is an English name.
Okay.
Yeah, but I told you the tree name, that's Abrewenisuo. Yeah, but then the scientific name is Hoslundia opposita.
So the leaves
It's-
are used to cure
For typhoid.
typhoid.
And, yeah.
Now the one next to you.
So this is pear, Persia americana.
Okay.
Yeah.
Our pear that we eat.
Yes, the pear.
All right.
Yeah. So this is it.
And what do we use? it
We
to cure?
also use the leaves for typhoid and also the bark for if you have any gastric intestinal issues, you can also do that. But typhoid is what we actually use it for.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then to Doc's
Yes,
left.
this is Momodica charantia.
All right.
Momodica is called Ninya. The Gans use it traditionally. They hang it on their necks during their festival.
Oh, this is the one.
Exactly.
Okay.
There's a myth that it drives away evil spirits, but it's very, very medicinal, the leaves.
What do you use it for? What do you
Okay,
use it to
so
cure?
we use the leaf for typhoid as well. It also does a lot of diarrhea. It can help you ease yourself very well. People use it for numerous purposes, but the typhoid is what we are actually using it for.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now we come to the one in the middle.
This is guava. It's
our own guava that we eat on daily basis.
yes.
All right.
It's Psidium guajava is the scientific name.
Okay.
Yeah. This is also for typhoid. as
That
well.
don't United States typhoid.
Okay. Now, a lot of plants leaves are used in combination
Okay.
for our typhoid preparation. We use about 13 of them. So these are about 4 of them we have brought.
So we mix it together to cure typhoid.
Exactly.
So it's not like if you take just Aberwenisio, you'll
No,
be healed.
no.
Wow. Okay, what about this one?
This is Croton membranaceous.
All right.
The Ga Krobo people call it buku. Yeah, we use the entire plant aside the leaves for prostate enlargement. Men, I mean, to ease urine flow in men.
Okay, all right. It looks like we have so many plants here. We'll get to know about all of them very well later. But then when we talk about herbal medicine, let me come to you, Doc. What is really herbal medicine? What comes together to make a herbal medicine?
So generally, herbal medicine is the preparation from plants. So we see herbal medicine as plant medicine. So anything that you put together to cure a disease condition that is from plants or that is plant-based, it's a herbal medicine. So it could be anything natural. Aside plants, you know, these days when you talk about even herbal medicine, you look at a whole lot of things, minerals and stuff, but for the plant-based, it is the plants that we use to cure the medications, the disease conditions.
Disease. Okay. Now, is it the same as traditional medicine or there's a difference?
Okay, so when you go into traditional medicine, then you're looking at different kinds of things. Herbal medicine falls under traditional medicine. So herbal medicine is one part of traditional medicine. So we can have those that we have in Ghana. The ones we have in Ghana, you can consider something like psychic. That is when somebody goes to the Okonfo or a place like that. That is one side of herbal medicine. That is psychic healing. And then we have something called faith healing. So the churches that you go to for healing. So sometimes when people are sick, we say that we send them to a church or a place that they could pray for healing. So those people are called faith healers. Aside that, then we have the plant medicine practitioners. That's where we have the herbal medicine. But aside all these, internationally, there are other things too that are considered herbal medicine. So we can look at something like Ayurveda. Ayurveda is another side of traditional medicine. That is in India. It's traditional medicine. Not herbal medicine. Not herbal medicine. So Ayurveda is one part of traditional medicine, but then that is the indigen for Indians. So let's say the Indians' traditional medicine is Ayurveda. And then when you go to China, you have the traditional Chinese medicine. So that's also another part of traditional medicine. So in China, their traditional medicine is their TCM. That's what we call traditional Chinese medicine.
So which one makes it a herbal medicine? What at all do we say that this is a herbal medicine?
It's actually the plant medicine. So if we want herbal medicine, the plant medicine, the plant base that we are looking at.
Without any spiritualism attached
Nothing
to it?
at all. Nothing at all.
Okay, all right. Now, when we also look at herbal medicine, and you're saying it's just plant-based, do we have some additives to add on to make it, you know, the herbal medicine? Maybe you have to add some salt to it, you have to add some sugar to it before you can call it herbal medicine. Let me ask you this.
I think
she should answer because she's a doctor. Okay, Doc.
So basically, we don't really add anything. But if you want to do like a sweetener, then you go natural, because once you're doing herbal, then everything should be natural. So you're not looking at going to add sugar, but then you'll be looking at adding honey. So anything that will make it as natural as it's supposed to be, that is what we look at. That is herbal.
Now, let me talk about the plant a little bit, because it looks like Tony's specialization is more in the plants than in the medicine itself. Now, Tony, why is it that the leaves can heal, the roots can heal, the branches can heal? What is it about the plants that all these parts can heal? And they heal different diseases as well. One plant.
So she will tell you the medical aspects, but then let me just give you my... the plant, as you can see, is just like the human being. Now, the leaves, the stem, the roots, any other parts has specific phytoconstituents. If we say phytoconstituents, to break it to a layman's knowledge, what actually that is in it that can cure a disease? Yes. So if you take the roots, what is there is different from what is in the leaf. What is in the leaf may be different from what is in the stem. So it depends on what you want to use it for.
Okay, so the root component is different from the stem component, different from the leaves.
The concentrations. So it may be higher in the roots than the leaves. it could be the same, but then it may be more in the roots. So if you need that, that very phytoconstituent more, you will not go in for the leaf when you know it's higher in the roots.
Oh, so let's roughly say you're trying to heal typhoid, okay? And I'm looking at everything here saying that it can heal typhoid. If I should go for Abriwenisio roots, it should be able to heal the typhoid, right? Because the nutrients is stronger in there from what you're saying.
Let's give you the medical side.
Okay, Doc, help us here.
Yeah, so basically when you look at a plant, every plant has, we call it phytoconstituents. So plant chemicals that come together to make the plant. So if we pick the leaves, there are certain things in the leaves that might not be in the roots. There might, because when you look at the leaf is green. So the photosynthesis goes through that part of the plant. So there might be some things which usually we call secondary metabolites, which might be found in the leaves. But you might not find that in the roots. So if I want to treat something, I look at the whole plant, and then what exactly do I want to treat? And then look at where exactly that particular chemical I need for the treatment is deposited in the tree. So depending on where it is located, then I would use that part. So when you come to our place, the Center for Plant Medicine Research, what we do is if we pick any plant, we can look at different parts of the plant to determine what exactly each plant contains. And then after we have taken that, we put them into portions, and then we look at it in the animals to even see what kind of mechanisms or what kind of treatment it can be used for. Before we even look at, maybe if I have to give it to a human being, you do that. So it's a whole lot of research. But animals don't get typhoid, do they? You can induce. You can induce. Okay. So in research, there's a way you put the animal in a certain way to have a certain disease condition. So that if it has that condition and then you introduce your medication, that is the plant or any other medication, then you can monitor and say that because it was able to do A, B, C, it could be able to do the other thing.
If I may come in, let's look at plants not as something so mysterious. If you look at the dog, when the dog wakes up in the morning, it will stretch itself. It goes to sniff a leaf in its environment before it starts running about. The sniffing of the leaf that it does, that is healing.
All right.
Let's just try and notice the dog's lifestyle. That is it. It just sniffs it. It has inhaled in something volatile from the leaf. It will heal it. So whether it has typhoid, whatever it has anything, it's healing itself.
So is it advisable for humans to take in some plants every time they wake up in the morning? Doc?
So
it looks like Tony doesn't want to answer.
But I'll do it, it doesn't matter. So usually it's good that you take plant medications, or like in Nigeria, there are places that every morning they take a particular plant, they boil it and then they take it. Even in Ghana, we used to do that when I was very young. My grandma would boil a whole lot of things, and for that morning, everybody would have to take it. It was kind of a prophylaxis. When we say prophylaxis, trying to prevent diseases from attacking you. So most often, when we mix some of these things, it helps, because already we keep saying that the plants are in our habitat. They are with us. And God actually placed it with us, to help our well-being.
That's true.
So it is there to help you. So if you take it, it's good. It will help you. It will prevent disease conditions from attacking you.
Right, well. Tony?
If I will come in again, you see that the first medicine God gave us is plant. He said we should eat from the fruits and use the
seed,
the plant, the leaves, and whatever part for medicine. That is what God taught us. So what else are we looking out for? He's giving us food and medicine.
But then how do we know the right quantity to take to cure? Because if you don't take it, too much of everything is bad. You might end up taking it and it costs another thing altogether. So when do I know that it's enough?
So that's why you consult the experts. So when I say the experts, like you come to Mampong, Center for Plant Medicine Research, there's a clinic. And whatever we are given there, that's the medications that are being given, has been taken through research. So we have detected that if you take this particular amount, it's going to help you to cure you of disease A or disease B.
Okay, so let me hold that thought, because this is where everybody wants to hear the answer. But unfortunately, I want to take a break because I don't want you to tune out. When we come back, we'll definitely talk more about the quantity that you're supposed to take, what you're not supposed to take, and how do we even preserve it is another question altogether. Do stay with us. We'll be right back. Welcome back. You are still watching Changes. It's a special March edition, the Ghana Month edition, and we are celebrating our culture and our heritage right here. My name is Roslyn Felly, and today we are talking about herbal medicine. We started a conversation earlier with two great personalities. I mean Tony Asafo-Ejei, who is head of Plant Development Department. He's with the Mampong Equiapim, and he is here to help us understand it. And also I'm with Dr. Mavis Boachi Yadom, who is the head of department at the Clinic Center for Plant Medicine and Research at Mampong Equiapim. So many plants here. It's beautiful though, I must say. It's making our set look different. But before we went on break, Doc, I did ask about, you know, the right quantity to take, and you were given some answers. Please, go ahead.
So as I said, for you to know the actual quantities to take, it's good you consult the experts. When I talk about the experts, like the researchers at Center for Plant Medicine Research in Mampong, what we actually do is to determine the quantities before we even think about putting it together as a medication. So like I mentioned earlier, that it's taken through animal studies. So with the animal studies, we determine whether a certain amount would kill animals.
Okay.
So we look at a very high dose, and then we look at a low dose, and then we look at maybe intermediate, and then continue to find out the actual dose that would give us the effect that we really want. So let's take something like diabetes. If we induce an animal with diabetes, like you were saying, you were asking me whether animals too can get sick, but then there's a way that we do it. So we can let an animal be diabetic, and then I want to give a certain plant. I have to determine how much of the plant would actually help the sugar level to come to the level that I really need it to come to. Right. So I have to also determine how much of the plant that would kill the animals. So if you give it to them, and then at a certain level, maybe half or more than half of the animals die, it means it's a toxic dose. You cannot give that dose. Okay. So you do that to determine your safe dose that you can give for an animal first. Okay. But there's a way you extrapolate, that's you calculate it for a human being. Right. So from the animal, then you step it up, then you do that. So it's purely a research thing. It's not just that I have this plant and I'm just going to take it.
All right.
Research has to be done to determine.
So now another thing is we see one particular herbal medicine and we hear, I'm speaking of the medicine, I'm not speaking of the plant now, I'm moving from the plant to the medicine. We hear this particular medicine can cure hypertension, it can cure typhoid, it can cure prostate, it can cure liver disease, and it's just one medicine. You're asking yourself, hey, how is one medicine curing everything? What are the side effects to it? How is that possible?
Okay, so like we mentioned earlier, that every plant has different constituents in every aspect of the plant. So let's say if the membrana, for instance, the membranaceous, the person is using the whole plant. The person is not using just the leaves. So the whole plant, every aspect of the plant has some constituents. And because of these constituents, because he has the leaves, he can say that the leaves is good for, let's say, diabetes. So if I'm using only the leaves for diabetes, but then now I have the shoots, the whole shoot, and I have the roots as well. The root is good for prostate. But then I've put everything together.
Okay.
So it can do all the things.
But if I don't have prostate and I'm taking it,
there wouldn't be any effects because there are certain targets that the plant needs to get into. So if there's no need for it, it will come out.
It will come out of the human body.
It won't use it for anything. But then if it's the full thing that you are taking, for whatever disease condition that you want it, it can be used for it. It's just that because the chemicals are different proportions in every aspect. So depending on what exactly you want it to do, it's better that if it's the leaves, that you can prepare that alone for a particular condition. But if the person whole plant, yeah, the person is right to say that it can cure a lot of diseases because it has a lot of chemicals in it.
Okay, now you're breaking it down. You want to say something, Tony?
So as she said, if you screen the plant, let's say you are working on this very plant, you screen it for a particular disease condition. Now you realize that the root and the leaves and the stem, you may have differences in the concentration, as I said earlier on. But you see, you should target the fact that you've noticed that the leaf can do some cancer shouldn't sway you off your focus of the root curing prostate enlargement. So they find out a lot, but there is always one particular disease condition that the plant is best at treating, and that is what normally we advise they focus on. Yes, it can do all that, but it best can do one.
Yeah, it
the
best
major
can
one.
do the major
Yes.
one, right?
But the others, it doesn't mean it doesn't work. It can do all the others, because the plant has a lot of constituents in every part. So yes, but then we advise they treat one.
Okay.
The major one.
You should treat the major one.
Yes.
So if I go purchase it, I should know what is wrong with me. And even though they've written on it that it's healing 10 others, I should still purchase it and
you should
concentrate
find out
that.
which major condition it can
Does
cure.
it mean that dose will be different from the other ones?
Usually,
If let's say I have typhoid and I see they've written on the malaria, but they are saying take 3 doses, and I don't have malaria, am I still supposed to take 3 doses, or because it's typhoid I have to increase it to 5?
well, it depends on the person producing the medication.
Yeah.
Okay.
And how the person has used it to determine how much dosage is used for any of the...
But let's talk about the packaging, okay?
Okay.
I'm going to link it to, let's talk about some of the medicine. Please, you can
Okay,
pick it and show it to the camera. Okay, so looking at this, and then bring it to me. Let me see something. So this says add 4 to 5 mil, or 5 mil to 40 mil of water, mix and drink all, right? And I want to see what this cures. I'm just going to ask, it's a herbal supplement for improvement of immune system. Now you're telling me add 5 mil to 40 mil of water. When do I know to add 5 and when do I know to add 40?
No, this one is very straight. Add 5 ml of this medication to 40 ml of water. Mix and drink all.
So if I go to the store and I purchase this and you've written add 5 ml to 40 ml of water, I won't understand until you have explained to me. So I might be adding 10 ml of water to the whole thing and drink all.
No, I think it's very specific here.
Add 5
ml of the medication.
We didn't say of the medication.
To 40 mils
so
of
this
water.
is where people have an issue with herbal medicine. I'm saying it's beautifully packaged and all, but how many people understand?
So let me come in here. When you come to the center and we give you this, we give you a measuring cup.
Okay.
And then the dispensary, the staff there, they will tell you where 5 ml is. So the measuring cup, we have calibrations on it, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, up to 40 or so.
All right.
So they will demonstrate to you, pour 5 ml of this. So she will show you where the 5 ml is. When it gets there, you put 40 ml. So the whole content should be what? 45. And then 5. So when you get to the 45, you add water to 45. Everything will be shown you before you leave. So,
okay.
So that
you'll
somebody,
be told.
Yeah, you'll be told exactly.
It.
So it's actually how to take the medication.
Okay.
That is the dispensing work.
Yes.
Now, how do I preserve it or store it?
Okay, so usually what we would say is store in a cool, dry place.
For all herbal medicines?
Generally.
Okay.
Generally. Cool, dry place.
Cool, dry place. Let's talk about preparation of herbal medicine. There are so many myths with it. Some say you don't put it in aluminium, you don't cook it in aluminium silver. Others say you cook it in a pot. Others say you don't cook it on a gas stove. Some say it's only on a coal pot. Please explain all of these to us.
So basically, for preparation, aluminium is out.
Yeah.
Okay.
We have gone through some trainings. We've taken a lot of producers through a lot of trainings that they're not supposed to cook anything in aluminum because it leaches out some chemicals which wouldn't be good for your body. So generally, we don't advise aluminum at all.
All right.
It's out.
Okay.
It was those times that people used to do it and people had serious issues that we didn't know, but with time, with research and everything, now we've got to know what it was and we've stopped it completely.
Okay. Right. So it's only in a pot?
Or stainless steel.
Okay, you can do it in a stainless steel. Right. So we can cook it, but how long do you boil it for? Because sometimes that's another thing altogether. Okay. So you want to speak to that?
No, I'll let her do it.
I think how long is actually something that you need to look at what extract you are looking at.
Exactly.
So the amount of constituents you need or how you want your thing is how long you determine you boil it. But if it's boiling, because there are different ways of preparing. For instance, this is not a boiled thing. This is actually an alcohol extract.
Alcohol extract?
Alcoholic extract. We call it tincture. So
yes.
if you want to do
40%.
a boiling, then we call it's a decoction. So if you want to do that, then you will surely boil at 100 degrees Celsius.
So wait, there's alcohol in this?
40%.
It's extracted with alcohol.
Yeah.
So this is a tincture.
So if I take it, I can get drunk?
That's why you're mixing with water.
Water.
Also the water,
So
but what has alcohol got to do with herbal medicine? Please explain this.
Yeah, I get it.
Okay, so when you want to prepare herbal medicine, there are different ways that you want to get the extracts or whatever constituents you need from the plant. So depending on what exactly you want from each plant, you can determine how to get it out. So based on that, we call them, you look for a solvent. So which solvent will be good for me to take out this particular constituent from this leaf? So if maybe you want to use water at first, and then the constituent we are looking for was not found in the water, the alcohol will extract it better than the water. Or it can, and all these things goes into the preparation, the formulation of a medication.
And there are no side effects for the alcohol?
Because of how you do it, there's a certain percentage of alcohol you will use. So as we
40% is high.
But you're adding water.
Adding water, that's
You
why.
take
So
5 ml
if
and
I add water to beer, I'll be fine?
you say it depends on how you do the mixture.
This is 5 ml.
The percentage.
40 ml.
So when you add, what amount of water are you adding to your beer?
Okay.
And then after you have added that amount of water, what is the alcohol percentage in it? We need to determine that before you would say that, because somebody would just add 5 ml of water to the beer and say that I've added water, so it's okay. But then it's about the amount, the quantity of water you're adding that will change the alcohol content.
All right. Yeah. Now, let me ask you this. There are so many people on the market who are selling it. Of course, they have a lot of knowledge with regards to the plants and everything, but they don't know the dosage. So how do we help such people?
Okay. The Center for Plant Medicine Research, we are mandated to assist herbal medicine producers. So they bring samples of their medicines, and then as she has said, we take them through the efficacy and then the toxicity studies. Good. So we don't advise. That is not there is a thin line between what we do and what FDA does. Okay, so we only try to look at the safety, efficacy, and then prescribe the dosage.
Okay.
That the right level you should take. That's our medicine. Our mandate.
Okay.
We are not herbal medicine police. We don't chase after quacks. No, that is
just help with it.
That is FDA
dosage.
mandate.
Okay.
Ours is to research into the product and then find out whether it is safe and efficacious, as the person says. So if it's for malaria, does it really cure malaria? We can do that research for you.
Okay.
And give you your right dosage. So
So
herbalists...
if I purchase and I come to you, help me with that?
Yes.
Exactly.
That is what we actually do for Ghanaians. So all herbalists are actually supposed to bring their products for us to research into it and then confirm whatever they are saying the drug does before they bring it to them. the market.
Yes. But can I come in? Yes, but then please. Once the medication that you're buying on the market has been registered with the Food and Drugs Authority, then you are safe. You know that whatever it is, it has come through maybe Mampong, that's Center for Plant Medicine Research, or it's gone through any other institution for them to determine its safety. So generally, if it has the Food and Drugs Authority number on it, you're safe to take it. You're good to go.
Yeah. But you know, when we talk about modernization, where everybody's thinking of these foreign medicines and everything, has it affected herbal medicine in any way?
No, I don't think so.
I think rather it has increased the number of people who are taking herbal medicine.
Really? Wow.
Generally, on the international market, the people taking herbals have increased. Why? Because everybody is saying natural is safe. Why is natural? Why is natural safe? Each plant has different constituents. So I keep saying, and it's in books if everybody wants to read, when I'm taking a certain plant medication, because it has different plant constituents, some plant constituents are higher than others. And because of the other constituents, sometimes the ones that are even toxic, because of the other constituents that are also in the same plant, it can even work against the toxicity of the others. So in the end, instead of it being, if maybe I isolate only one thing from here, one chemical from here, and it would be very toxic, because of the other constituents in this thing, it's not going to bring me that bad effect. So generally, that's why we say natural is safe. It's in our habitat. We live with it every day.
Okay, so the little I would say is that, you see these orthodox medicines, they are synthesized constituents. So, for example, this chemical, the artemisinin, it was gotten from the plant we call Artemisia annua. Artemisia annua is a plant that originates from Asia. So the artemisinin was gotten from that plant. Now, the orthodox people, they cannot get that constituent always from the plant. So they will synthesize it and get the artificial one, and they use it to produce the medicines. But in our case, we are using the leaf or the plant itself. So we are getting the natural artemisinin.
Okay.
So if you take, for example, if we are to get Artemisia annua, and we are using the leaf to produce malaria drug for you, you are taking natural Artemisia annua. But then the orthodox, they have synthesized, they have kind of gotten the same thing in the laboratory, so chemical way. It is not natural.
Which has side effects.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yes.
So now, even with the side effects, it will be pronounced, very pronounced, because you've taken the thing from its natural habitat.
And you've synthesized
because it. Because if this leaf, I have, let's say, 4 brothers, and we are all living in one room, and you've taken me out of that room, I will behave radical. Okay.
So actually, herbal medicine is safer.
It's safer.
Very safe.
So it's not true that herbal medicines can affect your kidney?
No. Let me give you a very typical example. What is actually affecting people is, what I know is that somebody has heard that, oh, Hoslundia opposita can cure malaria. Now, as to how Hoslundia opposita looks like, most people don't know. So they pick, and plants are like humans. Recently, I found a face on Facebook, looks just like me. Very, very similar. If you don't take care, you will pick another plant that looks just like this as Hoslundia and use it for what you think Hoslundia will do, and that is what gives it. So that is a misidentification. Okay. People misidentify plants and use them thinking they are using what they have heard it is. They don't really know. If you go to the market, you'll be shocked. So sometimes a survey we do, we just intentionally go around and then we just ask. Because we know what neem is. I know what neem is. But you go and they will pull out a plant that looks just like neem, but it's not neem. So you drink that and you get a side effect.
Until you know the plant itself, it's best that we actually visit Mampong.
Let us identify the exact plant for you.
Okay.
Secondly is the dosage forms.
Okay.
You don't just, because most often they'll tell you, take a medium cup full. Medium cup, what is a medium cup?
Exactly.
Yes, so those are indefinite dosage forms. That is why we advise you bring it, then we do the test, the research, then we prescribe the safe dosages. So these are the two,
All right.
causes of
unfortunately, I don't have enough time, so let's quickly round up.
Okay.
Yeah, say what you wanted to say quickly before.
So what I was saying is that aside that there are some people who are preparing medications, that's herbal medications, but then they are mixing them with herbal, orthodox medicines.
Fine.
So if you don't know, that's why I said once the product you are buying has an FDA number, at least you are sure that it is actually herbal medicine.
Okay.
It doesn't have any mixtures, it doesn't have any adulterations. But then if you get something that you don't even know what it is, you just went and they prepared something for you, you're not sure whether they've even added any orthodox medicine to it.
Right.
So sometimes when they mix these orthodox medicines, because they haven't done any research to determine whether there will be interactions with people, when you take it, you can have issues with your kidneys, with your liver. It doesn't mean it is the herbal medicine that is causing that, but because what you took was an adulterated one,
right,
and it's causing that.
Right. Unfortunately, I don't have enough time, so we'll have to end the conversation. But you wanted to speak on something small before we go.
Now, the rush for herbal medicine is increasing. When COVID-19 came, I know you heard about people climbing trees, neem tree as a Drashta indica. It became a hot cake. Everybody was looking for neem leaves to boil and drink because they heard the leaves can cure.
Yes.
Good. Actually, I think this one is made of neem.
Right.
This our product is made of neem. Now, it is not only when COVID came. I think our head of clinic can tell you that when COVID came, our OPD attendance, I think it even doubled. Our
in
average,
fact, doubled.
Yeah, doubled. Now, why are people rushing for herbal medicine? I'll leave that one. But the point is, where are we getting these plants from? My concern is the conservation, the sustainable use of plants. Now, there are plants when they go, the farmers go, they uproot it from the roots level.
And they don't plant again.
That is deleterious. It means you are taking everything. It's not as if you are clipping the leaves and leaving it for it to regenerate. Now, if you look at the way our greens are diminishing, if you check the Ghana map, look at 10 years back, the green zones, check now, it is very much depleting. The greens are going. Urbanization, estate housings, galamsey, herbalists are also harvesting.
So that's when we say modernization has affected, herbal medicine.
It is making medicinal plants scarce. Sometimes where you know you go there, it's not there. So all I'm saying is that in as much as herbal medicine is good, we are harvesting herbalists, practitioners, including Mampong. We advise that people must cultivate medicinal plants, just like they are cultivating food crops.
Right.
So that whenever you need, you go to your farm, you harvest. And it conserves the species itself. Some very vital medicinal plants are getting extinct. They are threatened. At the point you will not get them anymore. So if they're not there, how do we go about this?
Let's try to conserve our herbal medicines. Very, very important. Thank you so much for being here. We are super grateful. Is it bitter?
Yes, it is. I have to be
herbal
frank.
medicine is bitter. Can't you put anything in there to make it a little bit sweet?
You can add honey.
You can add honey. Okay, so some of us can take it.
Yeah.
Anyway, you are watching the special edition of Changes. I've been talking about herbal medicine right here. And I've been doing this with two great people. And thank you so much for watching. And of course, I've been speaking to two great people here, and Tony Asafo Eje, who is head of plant development department at Mampong Ekuapem, and also Dr. Mavis Boachi Yadom, who is head of department at the Clinic Center for Plant Medicine Research at Mampong Ekuapem Eastern Region. Thank you so much for coming. But if somebody wants to get in touch with you, how does a person do that?
So we have numbers. You can contact me personally.
Okay. And they are going to call you?
Oh, yes. We are public servants. So
okay. Your number, darling.
0342 195 766. The Center for Plant Medicine Research. 0342 195 766.
Okay, right. Please do contact them, and thank you so much for being here. We hope you've learned a lot about herbal medicine, but we are not done yet. We are moving straight to the kitchen, and today we are going to the Volta region. Just stay with us. And we are back in our kitchen on Changes. And of course, AfriPub is right here, and she's taking us all the way to the Volta region. Hello, AfriPub. Agbaje, la, ewulo. I hope I did well. What are you preparing today?
Today, all the way from the Volta region, we are doing ayukle.
Okay.
And then abobitadi.
And abobitadi. So, you know, we love our abobitadi and we love our ayukle. So we are not going to waste too much time because I know you cannot wait to see the end results and probably imagine tasting this as I taste it. So let's get cooking, AfriPop.
Yeah, with the ayukle, in the Volta region is the beans.
Okay.
So when you hear ayukle, the beans in akple.
Okay.
Yes. So we have our red beans here. We have our roasted corn flour, and then we have our coconut milk. So we use this coconut, this type of coconut to prepare this milk. So that's the coconut milk. And with our bobitadi, we have our bobi over here with our coconut oil, and tomatoes, pepper, salt, some spices and onions to make them. Yes. So we just get it rolling.
Let's get rolling.
Yes. So we'll start with the ayukle. Let's start with that.
Okay.
We put the beans in here, and then we add some milk to it.
That's the coconut milk.
Yeah.
All right. Do you need me to stir it?
Definitely. You go on fire, and then you are going to stir it.
Do we stir it as it's on fire?
No, let it. It will just boil over.
Okay.
When we are putting in the roasted corn flour, then we stir that. But don't worry if you want to stir. There are lots to stir today.
Yay! We got fire.
Okay, so you are definitely going to stir. So we're going to roast our bobi small to bring out the flavor. Okay, so we just roast it small. You remember how we did the granite? Exactly. So this one will go on fire.
Okay. Let's do this one.
Okay. Yep. This is on fire. Gradually. So whilst you do that, I'll blend the tomatoes and then the onions together. You've been there before?
Yes, I have. I went to what's the name of this place? Oh my goodness, why is it not coming? I went for a funeral actually. I spent the weekend there. So we went to 2 different towns.
Okay.
So it's like towns in the same Akachi. Okay. The man buried his wife. So
yeah, it was a woman.
Yes. It was the same funeral, like I was saying. It was the same.
Also passing.
Yeah,
I don't. I'm sure about it.
Am I a genuine issue? Or Jamintam? Ananya mikafuya.
Efo. Mikafui.
Mikafui. Hallelujah. Midideji. Oziana. Mikafui. Hallelujah. we leave it to simmer, eh? Hey, now I didn't mean I can't run out of my biryani about today. Hey, what?
And then the wow, in the kitchen house. Kitchen, what dear?
So I'm checking on the beans.
Okay, it should boil over. Anyway, they want you, so you need to really wash it well to get all the sand out. Yes. So this is the second wash.
Okay.
Otherwise, you have some gritty taste when you chew it.
Baby. Where is it? So what do you do for a living?
I teach.
Oh,
yes.
As a profession. So this was a side job?
AfriPop is a side job.
Okay. Oh, that's nice.
I want to be a billionaire.
Amen to that. Yes. When I become a billionaire, then I'll hold your hand and we get there, okay? Don't worry, you'll be a billionaire, sister. Receive it. So what do you teach?
Okay, so I teach home economics, I teach food and nutrition, I teach management and living.
Okay. Which level?
I teach in the secondary school. So West Africa Senior High, I say hi. I know they'll be watching me by now. Yes.
That's nice.
Yes.
Oh, wow. Hey, and your madam is here. Your madam can cook, oh? Your madam is a very good cook. So today we are preparing the abobitadi with the ayikbole.
Yes.
But we haven't started ayikbole.
That's what we have on fire with the beans.
Yo.
So we will just put a little onion inside. In fact, I use all the onion for the abobitadi.
So we have a little onion in there for the ayikbole.
Yes. Outside.
What do you want?
Onion. Oh, bag green be outside. Get one.
Oh, outside. You see where another bag on the shit. What do you mean to see? Yes, I'm in Barry, but I'm a brand new Adriani.
Where do you in the bag?
Mediani.
Or fried rice, or said I.
Major love Nasara, no D. If I say it's not a cacrama bread.
Mama, close shot on now.
Baby.
Hold this one in it. That's the roasted cornmeal, the corn flour. Gradually.
Now still you did that. And show love, you be my boss with your so when I treat the best, I have to some other fans. Why Rasta man say one love. From Bode to Accra, one soul. Then you now see the one door. Kill a will in the fire, one go. But a man day, they want chop rango. Pass some few one day, they want show. Gonna be a gateway.
We are almost done with our Bobby Toddy. Just a little salt.
Yes, just a little salt to taste.
Probably I should start a cooking show. What do you say?
Oh,
My producer is listening. She just had to chuckle.
producer! We just need that show.
Okay. You hear?
So this is Aikle. Yes, Aikle is
ready.
This place is smelling so nice. You know, this meal contains a lot of nutrients.
A little bit.
So we have beans in here, which serves as a protein. We have in the roasted cornmeal, the staple from corn.
Right.
You know, in the Volta region, most of them are farmers and fishermen. Yes, and they farm maize mostly. So most of their meals are maize-based.
Okay.
That's why you have the, what do you call it? Achipipi maize.
Okay.
All the akpoles
Are maize-based.
are maize-based.
Okay.
Yes.
Right. So is it ready?
We have dinkple, we have dinkple, ayikple,
All the play.
akpole, all the place. Yes.
It's time for us to serve.
And because they are mostly fishermen, as for their bobby, they have it.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Let's see how we serve this.
It smells so good.
Yeah. Looks
Is it because of the coconut milk or something? Because
Exactly.
it really smells good.
And
Very,
you know we
very
have
good.
coconuts all around the coast. Okay, can I have it there? Great. In there.
I just love my job. I love my job.
And then
Okay.
we'll put the rest here,
In here.
as a side dish for probably if you're eating and then you would
You,
like to
you want
get
some more? Right.
You can take it up from there.
Bring it this way. Our food is ready. We have our Bobby Toddy and our ayikle ready. And yes, I can't wait to taste it. I know you want to taste it as well, but you've learned 1 or 2 steps as to how to prepare your ayikle and your Bobby Toddy. So let me taste it. I'll tell you how it tastes after this. All right. So today I'm being served because they don't want me to abuse the food. All right, so this is actually my first time tasting this particular meal. I've never tasted it before. So I'm going to be careful with the tasting. This is really tasty. You know, it's just like apapransa.
Yes.
It's just like
So in the Volta region, they call apapransa jenkple. Yes. Whilst the Akans, we call it apapransa. It's almost the same method that you use to prepare it.
This is nice. Really? So it means that you don't have to come from a certain place
Not
before you
at
learn how
all.
to prepare their meal. This is really, really good. Africa, if somebody wants to book you for an event, tell us a bit about what we can get you. You even have some finger
Drinks,
foods
yeah.
and drinks. What
Afripop is actually into fruit juices,
Okay.
local dishes. So Afripop, as the name sounds, is a pop. Everything local, everything indigenous.
Okay.
So we have about, the list is 10 different drinks, and then we have 10 different snacks,
you make them yourself?
all locally made, all found in our country here. So for your events, for everything, I mean funeral, birthdays, I mean housewarming, you just want something good for your home. Yes. So the kids can send it to school as well. We are
it's well packaged. If you want to buy for your family and your friends abroad, hey, let me show you this. So this is how the packaging looks like. There's the plantain chips. There's the achumo. There's the toffee. So guess what? Please, it's a one-stop shop for you.
Everything.
Where can they locate you and what's your number?
We are at Oyarifa, and we are also on all the social media handles. Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, AfriPub.
AfriPub is the name.
Yes.
Thank you so much for being here and always giving us the sumptuous meals this Ghana month. I want to say a very big thank you to the Fitzgerald. This lovely place is the Fitzgerald, located at Cantonment. If you're looking for a place for your event, a place to, you know, a place that has that ambience, look no further. Just come to Fitzgerald. They have it for you. You'll definitely be happy. They have an outdoor, the indoor, everything is top notch. And we will recommend it to you any day, any time. Thank you so much for watching Changes. We've had so much fun in the building today. Been cooking this sumptuous meal. And I know you at home, you've enjoyed it too. I know you've learned one or two when it comes to herbal medicine. And so please, if you're purchasing it, make sure you know the right dosage to take. My name is Rosalind Felly, and I want to say a very big thank you to my production crew for putting this together. It's never been easy. I know the hard work you put in there. Thank you. I'm grateful. Enjoy the rest of your day, my lovely viewers. I love you. Bye.